A very good morning to all the dear children and welcome to Online Teaching Learning Program 2020-2021. In the last session, we discussed workbook exercise of chapter number 3, that is India's internal challenges. We completed question number 1 to question number 9 except for question number 8. So in today's session, we shall cover question number 8 till the last question, that is question number 11. Before we proceed with today's session, I request you all to be ready with your history workbook, your history textbook and pen and pencil to write down the answers. I hope you all are ready. So let us begin with workbook exercise of chapter number 3, India's internal challenges. So as we had skipped this question in the earlier session, let us cover up the question here. Question number 8, answer the following questions in 25 to 30 words. First, what demands were put forward through the Anandpur Sahib resolution by the Akali Dal? For the answer, you all can refer to page number 10 of your history textbook. Dear children, you are expected to write the answer point-wise. Answer point number 1. Chandigarh be made a part of Punjab. Point number 2. Punjabi speaking areas or parts in the other states to be included in Punjab. More Punjabis should be recruited to the Indian Army. Greater autonomy be given to the states of Punjab. So these were the 4 demands which were put forward through the Anandpur Sahib resolution by the Akali Dal. Let us proceed further. Question number 2. How is religious fanaticism the root cause of communal riots? For the answer, you all can refer to page number 12 of your history textbook. Answer point number 1. Fanaticism is the base of communalism. Point number 2. Fanaticism makes the perspective of looking at events and people prejudiced. Point number 3. Some people of all religions think that since they belong to a particular religion, they have no influence in politics. Point number 4. They begin to believe they are being treated unjustly. Point 5. In such condition, they become too sensitive about their religion and co-religionist. Point number 6. They hold the idea that government is partial against their religion. Point number 7. If anybody speaks about people of their religion or insult religious symbols knowingly or unknowingly, riots break out because of this kind of thinking. Let us proceed further. Question number 3. Write the steps taken to bring about development of the northeastern states. For the answer, you all can refer to page number 11 of your history textbook. Answer. Point number 1. In Schedule 6 of the Constitution of India, special provisions have been made in this regard. Point 2. Northeast Frontier Agency, that is NEFA, was formed in the year 1954. Point number 3. The responsibility of the administration of this region was entrusted to the Ministry of External Affairs in 1965. Point number 4. Northeast Council Act was enacted in 1971, which advised the government regarding subjects of common interest in economic and social spheres, interstate transport, electricity, flood control, etc. Let us proceed further. Question number 2. How did Nagaland become a full-fledged state? For the answer, you all can refer to page number 11 of your history textbook. Point number 1. Naga tribals known as Martial tribe had settled in eastern Himalaya, the Naga hills and the border areas of Assam and Myanmar. Point 2. Angami Zapu Fizo and educated Nagas formed Naga National Council, that is NNC, in 1946. Point number 3. They demanded an independent state of Nagaland. Point 4. NNC announced establishment of an independent federation of Nagaland in 1955. Military action was taken to put down the skirmishes rebellion. Point number 5. Nagaland was given the status of a union territory in 1956. It became a full-fledged state on 1st December 1963 by putting together the Naga majority territory and part of Ginsang. Let us proceed further. Question number 3. State the consequences of communalism. For the answer, you all can refer to page number 12 of your history textbook. Point number 1. It results in mutual suspicion and distrust among the followers of different religions. The outlook of people become prejudiced. Point number 2. Even social and economic problems are perceived from the religious angle. People wrongly believe that they have no influence in politics and are unjustly treated because they belong to a particular religion. Point number 3. They become too sensitive about their religion and co-religionist. Point number 4. Any perceived insult to the religion and religious symbol lead to communal riots. Next point. Hundreds of innocent people are killed, public property worth crores of rupees is damaged, and mutual trust is shattered. Point number 6. Social unity and in turn national unity receives a blow. Point 7. It is necessary to counter communalism. Question number 4. State the consequences of regionalism. For the answer, you all can refer to page number 13 of your history textbook. Point number 1. Regionalism thrives on regional imbalance in development. Some states achieve higher economic and industrial development while some states remain backward. Point number 2. The developed advanced states also achieved progress in health, civic amenities and education, whereas less developed states remained backward in education, civic amenities and faced the problems of educational backwardness, unemployment and poverty. Point number 3. The backward states feel that they were kept away from the benefits of development, thereby understanding between the states is broken. This has a negative impact on national unity. Point number 4. Efforts are being made to solve the problems of regional imbalance in economic development. Point number 5. Regionalism can affect the development as well as the backward states. Point 6. People in the developed states begin to feel that they are superior and look down upon the people in the less developed states. They are not willing to share benefits of development with the backward states. Point 7. On the other hand, the people in the backward states are aroused by their regional identity, significance of local traditions and culture. This leads to regionalism and endangers national unity. Let us proceed further. Question number 5. When does regionalism become strong? For the answer, you all can refer to answer number 10.4, which we just discussed before this question. Question number 11. Observe the picture and write the answers. So this is an assignment for you all wherein you have to observe the picture and write the answers. I'll read out the questions for you all. Question number 1. What is this place of worship called? Where it is situated? Question number 2. Who took undue advantage of this place of worship? How? Question number 3. Which operation was carried out to evict the terrorist? When? Question number 4. Who was entrusted the responsibility of the operation? So you all are expected to complete this assignment, which is given on page number 30 of your history workbook. So we have completed all the questions of workbook exercise with consent to chapter number 3, India's internal challenges. Now let us have a quick recall of what we have studied in this lesson. Major political party of Punjab was Akali Dal. Resolution passed by Akali Dal was Anandpur Resolution in the year 1973. Akali Dal came to power in Punjab in the year 1977. Leader of the Akali Dal was Harcharan Singh Longowal. Start of the movement for independent Khalistan in Punjab in the year 1980. Staunch supporter of Khalistan was Jarnail Singh Bhinderwal. President's rule imposed in Punjab in the year 1983. Operation Blue Star was undertaken by Major Kuldeep Singh Brar. It started on 3rd June and ended on 6th June 1984. 8 states of northern India are Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim and Tripura. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru organized the territories on Sino-Indian border and north of Assam. In the year 1954, it was done by Northeast Frontier Agency. Special provisions for tribes preserving their culture according to the Schedule 6 of the Indian Constitution. Ministry of External Affairs undertakes responsibility for the Northeast in the year 1965. Advisory body to the central government regarding economic and social matters. It was done under North-Eastern Council Act of 1971. Appointment of the States Reorganization Commission in the year 1954. Establishment of the Mizo National Front, that is MNF, in the year 1961 by Laldinga. Region that was to comprise Greater Mizoram included Tripura, Manipur and Mizo majority areas from the Lushai Hills. Emergence of independent Mizoram took place in March 1966. Mizo majority area gets the status of Union Territory in the year 1972. Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi grants Mizoram the status of state in the year 1985. First Chief Minister of the state of Mizoram was Laldinga. A martial tribe of Northeast India was called Naga tribe. Establishment of Naga National Council, that is NNC, 1946 by Naga youth. The NNC announces the establishment of an independent federation of Nagaland led by Angami Zapu Fizo in the year 1954. Clashes between local Nagas and soldiers of the Assam Rifles took place in the year 1955. Organization established by the Naxalites was People's Liberation Guerrilla Army, that is PLGA. The root cause of communalism gave rise to religious fanaticism. Excessive pride in one's religion is called as rationalism. Developed states Maharashtra, Gujarat, Punjab, Tamil Nadu. Underdeveloped states Odisha, Bihar and Assam. Problems of backward states are lack of education, unemployment, poverty and backwardness.